Or there's nothing better than just making shit with the homies.
It is. I mean, when you can get the homies to work.
That's the thing. You gotta know the homies to call. Hi guys, I'm Amaka. I'm the girl that likes to color, and this is Colorful Theories, where I have conversations over coloring books with some really cool people that I know. Today, I have somebody that's really, really interesting, super talented. He is an artist, a model, a painter. Somebody could even say a star child. I got with me Mike Melinoe today.
How you doing? All right.
I'm good. But did I do good service?
That was perfect.
You know, I like to team my people up. You feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to pick a page out of your book today.
All right. I saw like a few of them, but yeah.
Anything that spoke to you the most. Yeah. Okay, big. I'm gonna do this little wave pattern right here. But
What do you see when you see that?
What do I see?
Yeah. What do you feel when you see?
What do I feel? What do I see? That's a good question. I feel like right now, as it's black and white, it kind of reminds me of like, what is? It reminds me of the album cover. I know what I'm talking about, but I just don't remember the name. I think it's like Joy Division or something like that, where it has like little, looks like
waves or something.
Yeah, it looks wavy. Or like Arctic Monkeys or something.
I feel like this was like me trying to, puzzle up my life in a sense. How like I felt connected to it or something.
Oh shit. Okay. Do you feel like that right now?
Yeah.
Putting the pieces together?
This is like everything's aligned.
Okay. I love that for you. Do any colors speak to you? Do you have a favorite color?
Red is always my baby.
Oh. You're the second person that I've heard red is their favorite color. Why is it your favorite color?
I mean, a lot of reasons. I just seen it a lot growing up, but like Michael Jordan and shit.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin was a huge fan, so he used to always have like Michael Jordan, posters or whatever all around. And then I just kind of like just seen it around a lot of the homies that I growing up, and red just kind of stuck with me more than anything. But it also just kind of felt like a pink, but it felt a little more like present enough to be dominant or something, if that makes sense. Like pink is like light. Mm-hmm. Red could also seem very light, but it's more like prominent since it can get dark like a burgundy or something like that. It can go avid for some. Mm-hmm. Red is just always stuck well with me. What's your favorite?
My favorite is purple. I like purple. I like specifically a light lavender color. I don't know. Keeps me peaceful, keeps me grounded. Also, there's this red piece of paper that you can put under your page, so basically.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah.
That's actually my mom's favorite color.
Purple?
Purple, yeah.
Do you own anything that's red?
A lot of red. Yeah, I mean, to like clothes or jewelry, like hats, stuff like that. I don't even really have too many shoes that's red, but I want to get some more red shoes. And then my son has like a truck, like a red truck, so I kept thinking about that red truck.
Oh, that's cute.
I don't know, I just see it all the time.
That's cute. All right, cool. Would you say that you're self-aware?
Yeah, very self-aware. Too self-aware, I feel.
Mm.
I feel, I was talking to somebody about like being an empath. It's like I'm just a little too alive sometimes. I feel people. Which is not a bad thing, but growing up, it feels like I always would cater more to other people.
Right.
Sometimes the people who are literally telling you exactly what they're feeling, but they may not like explain it verbally. Mm-hmm. Like you can see it on their clothes, the way they're wearing things, the way they talk, the way they care about themselves. Ask them when the last time they looked in the mirror, stuff like that. And it'd be kind of hard. So yeah, just being that person, and which honestly that also kind of was the inspiration around my art style, because my mom is like forever carrying someone else's baggage. So my whole theory was because it started from like these figures of faces with the squiggles coming out of it, and that was like to me like the baggage that we carry in time to become who we are today. So my mom is literally always that person. Oh yeah, like we'll give her last. You know, I've seen her take in so many different people. You know, and like that kind of like fell on me too as well. Just being an empath or just kind of like being around so many different people, trying to like help them out more than help my damn self. If that makes sense.
Right.
It kind of made me be a servant. Like I like being in that way, like of a servant to people that need it most. But I kind of felt like I let myself down many times. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you give so much to the world, you don't have enough for yourself. So yeah. Yeah.
You gotta set those boundaries, man.
Yeah. Once you find out that you have them, because I feel like sometimes I be oblivious, just be like, flowing. But now I'm very strict. Like I even just changed my number. I'm just.
It's like that.
It's super like that. Like, it's so weird. I've had that number for like 8 years, but it's really just, man. You ever just feel like, let me just be me for a second?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really was just that. Me trying, get my space and be a little more honest with myself. And then for real, it was just too many dang on people that had my number. Like, you know what I mean? Like, niggas from high school. Like, alright, like, come on, man.
How many people have this new number?
Maybe 20. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really that serious. And, like, honestly, I was just out somewhere. I was just at a function. and this been happening a lot lately. But I went to this function, and one of the homies came up on me. He was like, hey, yo, I've been calling you, man, for, like, the last couple of days. I'm like, bro, I ain't getting nothing. And I'm like, oh, dang, bro, I just changed my number. So it is moments like that. I'm like, damn, I totally forgot that you can hit people up. But, I'm just trying to, really just space out. I'm really like an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
Shy as hell. Might not come off that way, but very shy. So, I just be trying to want my peace and shit. People be feeling like they want too much. So.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. But it's like, though, I don't really trip about it.
When you came in here with shades and it's cloudy outside.
Yeah,
So,
no,
I get the vibes.
Yeah. Yeah, then sometimes, you might be too high. And then you like, all right, I ain't trying to come here high.
No. That's so real because sometimes I have to stop smoking because it doesn't like do me and my mind justice.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the worst part about being high is looking high. Yeah. Like me, if I come out somewhere high, I just want to like chill, enjoy the vibe. I'm enjoying the music. And then somebody will come and be like, damn, you look throwed. I'm just like, can you leave me be? Please.
Literally.
Like, let me live. So I have to bring shades everywhere if I decide to smoke or drink. Because either way, I'm going to start getting sleepy.
Are you like a drinker or, well, obviously you said you don't smoke enough, but do you prefer like, drinking?
I would prefer smoking to drinking.
Same. More like a wine guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This getting to a point where I'm like, damn, I'm like too much wine. It's like the bottles just be stacking up. Them empty bottles in every nigga crib. It's just, I don't know why we keep the bottles that long after.
Well, you know what? I went to the liquor store.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the liquor store yesterday, and I was buying a bottle for a friend for her birthday, and there was a $4,000 bottle of cognac behind the shelf. If I had that, I might keep the bottle. If I'm spending $4,000.
I mean, shit, that's an investment at that point. It's like, what is that bottle doing for me?
Literally.
Damn.
I saw it and I literally just started laughing in the aisle. People started looking at me like there was something wrong with me, but I'm just like, who is buying this?
And that's the craziest market for it. For everything we do in life, or just even consume or occupy, there's a market for it. It's kind of crazy. It's like, shit, I don't even watch too much, this is random, but like soccer.
Mm-hmm.
But like, we got a whole fat stadium. So I'm like, let's go to a soccer game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why not? Like, learn some. I like hockey or some shit, like, but I still ain't never been in no hockey game, but I've watched them multiple times. Soccer, that should take forever. Now we have a stadium. It's like, hey, it's a market for it. Let me just join this market. Or if anything, just learn about it for real, for real.
I hate how soccer takes forever. but like they only score like maybe 3 goals in total.
Then they ball out. It's just like, god damn.
No, there was one time I went to a soccer game and I had just got my hair done, fresh braids in the summertime, and it was my first soccer game, so I was unaware that they like to. Playing? Fuck no. No, we don't do it. We were spectating like the Austin FC goals, and then I was unaware that they like to like throw water and beer in the stands, and then I was like. Everybody looked at me like I was crazy because I wasn't fucking with, but like, mind you, I had just spent like hundreds of dollars on this hair. Like, y'all not finna do that. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go take
What is that about? What's that?
Literally, what is that about? Don't ask me because I don't know. But
I'd have been hot.
I was hot as fuck. I couldn't do it.
That time. And then it's like, shit, maybe it's a day for that. Maybe it's a day where I feel, you know what I mean? I would love to intertwine with that spirit, but nah. I don't know. I wasn't like that.
I wasn't with that. Like, so I left, and Austin had happened to win that game, and I'm glad I wasn't in the stands when that happened.
Yeah,
everybody just everybody just started pouring their bottles out, and I'm like,
hell no.
I'm like, yeah.
See, if that's the case, I might as well just watch that shit online.
That's what I'm saying. One, I have such a big cultural blind spot when it comes to sports, so I just like don't follow it.
Why is that? You didn't play sports?
I played basketball when I was 12 in the 6th grade for the YMCA, and I was terrible. Yeah. And I told my parents I don't want to do this ever again.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. In my head, when you told me you played, I was just like, man, 12 got to be trash. Like, at that point, it's like a decision. Like, either you love it enough to keep going, or you just like, yeah,
no.
That's what I'm not about to do for the next
I was like,
5 years.
No, because I told my parents I wanted to do it because like I was tall for my age. I'm like, oh, like tall people play basketball.
Yeah,
that's what they do. I was like, not this tall person. Not this tall person.
Not volleyball or something like that.
No. No, like just not a sporty.
Yeah, I feel that. I really was heavy into that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I like running track. I played football. Like, but I was trash at basketball too. I ain't gonna lie. I just don't get basketball. Like, I probably seem like I got the physique, but nah. Like, man, basketball just seemed a little too. I never understood the handles. Like, it just didn't work out for me. I could play defense. That sounds trash. Niggas say you can only play defense. It's trash. So it's like, yeah, that shit didn't work out for me. But track and football, oh my gosh, you can just smack people all day.
Well, you know what? I always say like, because I ended up just being an art hoe. But I feel like in an alternate universe, I would be a track star. I'd be a Sha'Carri Richardson.
Yeah.
I have to be like,
I see it.
Okay.
I was heavy on that track. I ran hurdles. I really wanted to like try to pursue it that hard. And then I went to college, and then for that 1 year, and I tried to try it out for football, and I ain't gonna lie, I ain't make it. And then I really thought to myself, like, damn, am I about to be just trying out, with these sweaty niggas, and it's like, trying, and these niggas clearly bigger than me. They seem like they ain't got nothing else going. They need this shit. So I'm like, man, this might not be me, because I ain't gonna work that hard. And then I thought, like, why not try track? And then one day I seen or heard the track practice. Like, no, I'm not running that much. Like, we used to run crazy. Like, I can't imagine what college was done. So I was like, man, let me just go back to do what I always wanted to do, which was music. And boom, boom, boom. That shit kind of just, I just kind of said to myself, like, if I ever got back to the point I would try music again, I would like do it for real. And then just kept trying. And at
Look
that
at
time,
you now.
I was trash, but yeah.
You doing it for real.
Shit, it's either this or what? I don't know. I be really thinking about that shit. Like, what else? I probably would just be gone, just off the grid. Just like, I feel like even with social media, like I don't take too much shit serious, man. It's like, not that I don't like indulge in it, but it's like, man, I'm really just a silly, want to have a good time type person, but shit just be tragic. I really just be wanting to get away and, be gone for a minute. You ever feel like that? Just be gone.
No, I always say, like, I want to be, money wasn't an object. I could do whatever and be good. Mm-hmm. I want to go into the mountains and just make furniture.
Oh my God, that'd be hard.
Like, yeah. I furnished my apartment.
Yeah.
This year, that was like a goal for myself. And then like just buying furniture, the process of buying furniture is like really dope. I was like, damn, I want to learn how to make this shit.
Yeah.
Like, and then it would tell me like, oh yeah, they have like there's like a Japanese technique for this coffee table. They like burn it in the fucking woods. And I'm like, that sounds like a good life because is people paying
peaceful too, shit.
Thousands of dollars for couches and coffee tables
Me.
for your expertise? And I'm like,
I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of wild though. Like if you think about it, it's just that's where your comfort, you know what I mean? You bring it into your home. It's like maybe you sleep on the couch a lot or chill. It's like how comfortable you want to be in your home on this couch. If you have to be there for 5 hours, like that's something you could do, like type shit. Like, and I ain't gonna lie, like like honestly, my manager is super involved or just like interested in that shit. Like, and we always talk about just the design, just like redefining how comfortable you want to be, or just like layouts, or just trying to like create different sofas that you just never seen before, but play off just like, you know, Japanese, like, you know, techniques and stuff like that, because they just seem to have shit figured the fuck out. But, you know, I don't know, I just feel like that's something where, you know, design wise, like overall, it's just like something that people don't even really dwell on. You know, they just get something just to get by. But when you get a chance to just sit down and be like, how the fuck do I want to feel if I'm sitting down? Like you start like creating like a world in your home. That shit be crazy.
Like that feng shui and everything. Like
shit, thanks up.
It's a whole science. I tried my very best to like feng shui my apartment. I mean, in this day and age, we do what we can, but you know, like we bought like round tables, make sure what they say, like to have the flow and chi in your home.
Nah, for real.
I mean, like, it doesn't make a difference though. Me, I don't really like to step out like that. Sometimes I feel like a loser for that. But like, cause I just feel like they say, cause I'm like not that old, but I'm not old at all actually. But I don't know. I feel like I just give old lady vibes all the time. Like I don't be wanting to go nowhere.
That's me as fuck. I really don't like going nowhere, like, you know, and it's crazy, you know, having the sun and shit, but it's like, I don't like going nowhere if I ain't making money, man. So it's like,
I mean, that's fair.
In my brain,
in this economy?
Oh, come on, man. Yeah, having a child is just like, shit, man. Nigga just be asking for shit. I had to explain to him, like, bro, like, nigga, this shit costs money. He's like, money? I'm like, start pointing at everything in the crib, like, your clothes, my clothes, couches, futon, like, nigga, this shit costs bread. He's just still 3 years old, like, can I get some ice cream? I'm just like, fam, like.
Are you gonna get the ice cream though?
I always get it.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? Like, see that? He the only one that can give me like that. I love that.
Oh.
But yeah, shoot, it's crazy, man. And honestly, I'm the same, but I don't really like, you know, going out, like, functions all the time, but like, you know, I might pop up. And when I pop up, I'm really just in the back just trying to smoke. I like to see people have a great time.
That's me
huge
too.
Thing about my life.
That's me too. I was just in LA and I just went to this, I was in LA for Thanksgiving and I went to this party hosted by Jay Versace. He was just DJing with the homies. I was like, okay, I'll just go pull up. I got some time to kill.
Yeah.
And I was just in the cut, chilling. It's easier because I didn't know nobody there. But like.
But that's one of my. I might pop up somewhere I ain't never been just to be and be like, wow, people come here a lot. Like, you know what I mean? People in this bitch packed. Like, nobody knows about it. It's in Pflugerville or it's in Round Rock or it's about the domain. Like, there's places I personally don't know. Especially like when I went to New York one time. It's like my first time really out there. I'm everywhere with the homies. And then I just start venturing out by my damn self. It's just like, let me just see what this coffee shop feel like. You seeing families, you know what I mean? You seeing like the community and shit. You go to a function. Let me see what this function like. Let me buy one drink and then you end up talking to some dude that, you know,
that's
a doctor or something.
Literally what happened to me.
God,
just chatting with somebody for like 2 hours. Share the whole life story. We therapize each other.
It's crazy though. I'll be like, alright, you know what I'm saying? Like,
then we dapped each other up, left.
Yeah, never talk to him again.
No, but I'll always remember him.
Man, yeah, it be them. I got a lot of those moments at the bus stop. I used to take the bus a lot. And like, man, I used to be at the bus stop. I remember one time this Jehovah's Witness and this Christian dude just was like having a whole like, you know, episode. Like, you know, it's like 6 in the morning. dude was like, we don't really need that right now. He was kind of crazy a little bit, so he tripping on the lady like, nah, back up. And she was like, let me talk to this brother then. And he like, nah, we both know. I'm like, I ain't with you, bro. Maybe I need to hear the word. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but it was crazy. Like, I think he was fooling at the bus stop. But I feel like the bus stop be having some of the most interesting people around the fucking world. Like, you might meet somebody that used to just play fucking football or some shit like 1976. That just used to be it, but he just started, you know, rocking with some drugs or some crap, and now he just like, man, I shoulda, coulda, but hey, man, you gotta make sure you do. You seem like you got a good head on yourself. And then you just thinking, like, damn, maybe, like, you know. But it be the moments like humble your ass, just sit your ass fuck down and just experience the world a little different.
Literally, I feel like I want to go out of my way to like make moments like that happen more often.
Yeah.
Like you can get between like the social media, the nature of media and entertainment in general, you run into the same folks all the time, talking about the same shit. Sometimes you just need to.
Sometimes it's okay to not talk at all. You know how niggas just be like in a function with you, just saying the same thing. You be wanting to take like a tape recorder and be like, nigga, you said the same. Sometimes we ain't gotta talk. Like I be wanting to go, like you said, just other places and just like have these moments with new motherfuckers I just personally don't know. I just want to learn some new shit. Just want to feel some new shit. Like I be bored, man. Should be bored.
You just released an album, and it's called STARCHILD.
Yeah.
I have a question. Can anybody be a star child?
Actually, yeah. I feel like everybody has like this star child, and it's really just the origin of that inner child like spirit that we all carry, you know, and trying to like ignite that. But yeah, I think everybody had like a inner star child. So.
Okay, cool. Are you like, you're the biggest one though?
Yeah, I'm trying to be like I'm trying to be like the person to kind of initiate the feeling and hopefully find like some more star children out there in the world. But like, yeah, this is like the first birth of a baby. It feels like, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I know you said you were working on it for like the last 2 years or so. Like, what was going on for you the last 2 years, and how did it show up in the album?
Man, it's so many different variations, to be honest. But ultimately, I just feel like over the last 2 years, I've been in like a whirlwind of just like identity crisis, just trying to like escape what people may want from you and maybe what you want from yourself. Like, you know, and that whole ideology just kind of like it's something I've always been tampering with, but it's like having a child and like a little person just following you everywhere and just asking questions. It just kind of like, you know, your responsibilities kind of heighten a bit more.
Right.
So with this one, it was just I was in a tough relationship and, you know, we were broken up, but we had those moments where it was like, you know, up and down the possibilities. And for real, I just was like realizing like, damn, you know, it's kind of best for me to really like do a little soul searching. Like, you know what I mean? And that's kind of like normal for everybody who gets out of relationships and shit. But it was just, you know, I'm like, damn, like, you know, I want to put something out to this world, but I didn't kind of like feel connected to too much. So we just started working on shit. The first record that we like kind of knocked out was Casper, and that was like this whole. We was like, yo, let's just start making music for sync licensing. And my homie sent me this beat, and he was like, man, bro, you should do like a whole song about Ghostbusters. I'm like, bro, that is the wackest idea I've ever heard in my life, bro. Like, and I was so upset with him because like we on the phone every day. I'm like, man, you know my plight. Like, you talk about shit I don't give a fuck about. Like, it was, man, it was. I honestly still feel bad that I kind of did him that way, but he understood, and that's his job. For real, that's my producer, my best friend. But like, you know, I was like, nah, you know. Then I kind of like smoked later on, and I kind of felt bad. And I was like, damn, who am I to, you know, shun on an idea or just make it, you know, make him feel that way? So I was like, nah, fuck that. So I was like, man, all right. I smoked, started working on the idea, and that's how we got Casper. And then from that point on, it was like, look, man, I think, and honestly, I had the whole title, like the feeling of it, because truly, my like family members was dying like crazy. It's crazy. Not to be sad, but like family members dying like crazy, right? And like obviously I can't be at every funeral. So my grandma passed, and like I had to bury her on my born day, and it really was like the craziest experience. I'm talking about like one of them like what is happening moments. But my homie that's from Senegal, he was like, man, like burying your grandparents or just any family member on your born day is like very, very high in our religion, and just how we look at death is not necessarily much how we look at it over here. And he was just educating me on a lot, like, man, you can't harp on this and what could have been this, da 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 da. And at that time, the album was called "What a Time to Die," which was more of a thought of like rebirth. Like this is the time. If I'm gonna do anything and just try to change the trajectory of where I want to be in life, like the way I think, the way I feel, like I have to take control of this moment and just like hone in on an ideology that I've always felt and believed in, but like practice alchemy. And that's just kind of like how I just presented this whole experience. Like from this point forward, I'm going to think away, feel away about myself, know who I am, read a little more, but also meditate a little more, give my time space to fuck up, and when I fuck up, get right, and STARCHILD just kind of like slowly but surely like peeling its layers, and then it just kind of evolved into what it is. But I had the titles before, so it was kind of like once I had STARCHILD, and I was like, cause I'm thinking about my son, I was like, damn, he is that for me, and I want him to have something to kind of like guide him. So I'm like, well, let me just play off of how I look at my son on one layer while also igniting his childlike spirit within myself. And I ain't gonna lie, like the titles just flew at me. I was like, I feel like I'm on a power trip. Like, that power trip directs me towards the idea of being the topic of discussion. And topic of discussion is the compass of getting to Michael. And I will forever be in the stereo. So it's like, I have this whole Casper ghost-like persona, but I'm always in this nightclub. And the ultimatum of even if I want to be here and deal with this whole thing. So it's like, that just was in my face. So it was kind of easier from that point to make the shit, work concluded. But we had like still like 100 songs to write. So yeah, it just kind of was that. Then I had like, situations with my girl that was just like, obviously igniting a lot of stories.
No, let me tell you something, because I think because you had dropped like a few singles before. Yeah. I remember when you dropped Casper, and then for a whole day, it was just this scene of you busting out some girl on my timeline. I was like, yo, I just opened the app. What the fuck is this nigga on? Like, I guess it's just the goal was to be provocative. No, I want to know what you were what was going through your head when you did that. When you just made the video in general for Casper.
It was really like, well, I knew that I wanted to, I knew I didn't have enough time, and I don't have like the largest budget to put, around this whole album. So my thing was like, well, I'm gonna drop, because I knew in the summertime, me and D Harmon was supposed to drop this EP, Bonsoir. And that ended up coming out in August, like delayed 2 months. So I'm like, bro, you in my space now. So once this dropped, I'm on to the next, so I dropped 2 singles on the same day, and I was Dallas and hit my phone, and I let 2 weeks go by, and I was like, yo, I gotta drop this shit back to back to back. So I thought of like filming, and we was doing this whole short film, and I just wanted to articulate, really some sort of like depiction of my life at times, you know what I mean? So the whole album. So like trying to like narrate a little more towards the whole album. So like even promo wise, that wasn't even gonna be the first clip. The first clip was literally something else of like me like going upstairs, some shit I posted after. But right before, I'm like, damn, man, I don't feel like the presence of how I want around this album. I dropped forever, and it just was doing all right, and I'm like, damn, let me just, drop like, a clip of maybe this scene, and if it gets taken down, maybe that's just the risk I would rather just float, And I was like, fuck it, just, literally made a decision right there. And was like, man, let's just post this clip first. Because Shelly sent the shit like maybe like, no bull, like an hour or maybe 5 hours before all that. Like, we was like super crunch on time. Like, we didn't even get the album turned in until like, no bull, like a week before the shit dropped, maybe a couple days. So like, the whole thing was just like spur of the moment. But yeah, I just was thinking, like, man, let me just throw this bitch out there and boom. that shit kind of went crazy. And I didn't even think about the act of it. I really was like, man, you know, we've all been here before. We get it. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, fuck it. Let me just show this idea of what I have in my life. And, you know, maybe people would fuck with it more or not, you know. But if anything, I was thinking more about Instagram. Mm-hmm. I was like, I don't want to get my page taken down. Do the smart shit.
Right.
Know? And then I was like, fuck it. Didn't get taken down within a whole day. And I was like, oh, yeah, we up. But yeah, that was crazy. That was like a wild, funny time.
That was crazy. I was like, whoa. But yeah. It got the job done.
Hey.
It did what it needed to do.
You know, and that's marketing.
What they say, sex sells.
Come on now. And honestly, I learned a lot about that because even this whole like album is more like predicated toward like maybe a like rap, hip hop, obviously, but it's really like a lot of people have been putting in the barriers of like alternative R&B, and I didn't even think of it like that. So I'm like, man, a lot of these like analytics are coming back, and it's more women. So it's like, well, how do we, you know, sell that side of my art? Like, you know, if it makes sense. You know, I'm not saying I'm a sex symbol, but I mean, hey, if I'm in front of the camera, the shit might look good. So, you know, so that shit just kind of like really, really helped a lot for a lot of people who ain't, you know, heard my music or knew I was doing some shit, kind of like was getting hip, and it just kind of like gradually, you know, opened people's eyes. So I'm happy I did that shit. For real.
That's dope.
Smart move. Very smart.
That's dope. I think my favorite off of your project is definitely Stereo.
Yeah.
That's been my jam. You have. Tell me how to. You have a feature on that song from Dende, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I've seen him just like around on my TL, just with his own projects. But what was it like working with him? How did y'all end up cooking that record?
So pretty much, me and Dende have been cool for maybe a few years now. Actually, like I met him. I went to Houston one time and I seen him performing. And he was like so passionate. He just singing from the gut. And I'm like, damn, like this. I don't know. I just feel like he just got it. And he just sang like a star for real. I really was like, I don't know, like dude just got it for real. And like, you know, we exchanged like contacts and we just was cool. And then over the years, like he would come to Austin and chop it up. We'd meet up. We made like a record at that time, and then I made something for him. And then we just stayed in touch. But also, like, you know how you just stay in touch with people. It just some people it's like, you know, you actually building with people. Some people you not. Some people it's work. Like his shit wasn't always about music, which was like cool with me. I don't really like making music with everybody I know, to be honest.
Right.
I'm just trying to make good stuff if it makes sense. So around the album time when we was creating, I had Stereo for about a year. Stereo was done last year, like April, so it's like, man, a minute ago. But, you know, after we did that, I knew it was like an instant hit. I just kind of was like, yo, this is something where I feel like we got something, but it just didn't. Like, I didn't touch it until like maybe like 8 months after. Mm-hmm. And I always heard his voice. I don't know. Like, I was like, if I was gonna get a feature on here, what kind of feature would it be? I don't want another nigga rapping. Then you're gonna come on rapping too much, you know, rapidy rap niggas. So I'm like, man, I don't need a rapidy rap nigga, man. They gonna put it a vibe. So I'm like, man, I really want somebody to, you know, sing or kind of like an R&B vibe. And I was like, nah, he the only person who can do what I need. And I just sent it to him. He was like, shit, let's figure that shit out. And we knocked it out. And honestly, I think I sent it to him in the summertime. So everything was just like, just back to back. It really wasn't no too much space and time. I just wanted to get the whole album kind of like sort of done before I started singing and getting features for people because I kind of already had like written down for like over 8 months. But yeah, it was super easy. You know, just sent it to him and he sent that shit back. Next year, you know, we're gonna have a video and all this different stuff, so it's about to be crazy. But yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite records.
Dope.
Like, huge. I knew that was gonna be what it is. I knew it. Like, you know, it just felt that way. And we were in the studio in LA. Not both of us, but me and Sam, which is Lane Boy, the producer, like, and my boy Minnie was there too. Mm-hmm. And Brianna Washington. So Minnie set up this whole session, and I was out in LA recording, like, pretty much the project that me and him was supposed to drop. And then and then we ended up just, you know, making like no bull, like 12 records. And maybe like 5 of those were like off of STARCHILD. And once we did that stereo, I was like, yeah, man, we might have to close this down, man. Like, this just seems like the frequency we need to be given to the world. And people love it now, so made the right decision. I appreciate that moment.
That's dope. Oh, it looks like you have quite a masterpiece on there.
Yeah, appreciate it. Likewise.
Of course. Would you like to show the class
Yes.
your artwork piece?
Bam.
Yay!
That's it, hard, man.
Yeah, it is. I
Yeah.
love a cool color palette,
Yeah.
so I feel like you can look at this and get
That's like the whole
lost.
thing, for real, for real.
Yeah, I would like blow it up.
Yeah, that'd be hard.
Mhm.
Put it on a shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be tough. Put it on a shirt. I think that'd be like kind of real. Alright, we'll talk about it.
No, you gonna make me a shirt?
Yeah, I would. We got the hug. Yeah, we got.
Heard you. If you'd like to give your signature,
Let's see.
sign the masterpiece. Let them know who. Let them know who it was.
Signature's got like just way better. I'm so proud of that.
Love that. Hard.
Come on now.
Hard. Love that.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, Mike, can you tell the people where people can follow you and keep up with your work?
Well, everywhere, Mike Melinoe, Melinoe, and MikeMelinoe.com. That's everything. Twitter, Instagram, OnlyFans. I know I'm playing. But yeah, find me. Boom. Appreciate
Alright.
you.
And this was another episode of Colorful Theories. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, everywhere at Colorful Theories. Like this episode, share it with a friend, leave a comment on what you want to see next, and we'll see you next time with some more Colorful Theories.
Yeah. Appreciate it.